folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going out to double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Pass complete downfield, it's Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 48 yards. And the Colts will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. At their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Connection made to record. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Good work there. Hold them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best team.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On the draw, it's Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Wilson. Ruckert hauling it in on the out route. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll give to Hall. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now Wilson on first down. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Wilson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They're going right back to Pittman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
2nd and 10. Wilson buying time to his left. He finds Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
8-2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Rucker. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game.
16-7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's got Pierce. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate for the red zone now on first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Delivers another one to Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A gain of 14 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 8-yard line.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Again, Tannehill. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Woods. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Berrios now from his end zone. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Paul on to give up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. And that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Tannehill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now Tannehill. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Tannehill. Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Tannehill steps away. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman from 19 yards away. And the Colts have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Berrios now from his end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. They're on the 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretcher right there turned it into a really nice game. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively,
it's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Play.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Barrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Well, now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or really something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Hines is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Berrios now from his end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. After around 28 yards.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Again, Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That's caught right side by Mims. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson from 21 yards away. And the Jets get a bit closer. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Wilson going to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.